All right, third grade, here we go. What if you had animal feet? What could you do? You should have your packet ready to pause the video and write in answers as we go. And I will be posting this picture on Seesaw. You can always pause the video, write an answer on Seesaw, then continue watching the video. You can see Miss Bush left more blanks here today because as we keep working on this, you should be getting a little bit better at hearing the part and the job. So the structure is the part, the function is the job. Here we go. Eastern gray kangaroo. An eastern gray kangaroo's hind feet are super big. Just the sole of the adult's foot can be 18 inches long. Big feet help him. Oh, let me make you big. Big feet help a kangaroo jump about 30 feet in a single hop. Each jump means a kangaroo can cover a lot of ground fast. Fact, eastern gray kangaroos live in groups called mobs. When one kangaroo senses danger, it thumps its hind feet on the ground to warn the others. You see those big hind feet? What would you do with kangaroo legs? If you had eastern gray kangaroo hind feet, you'd be able to jump up as high as 6 feet, so you could reach high shelves with ease. So, we just heard all about these eastern gray kangaroos. Let's figure out what to fill out. What is this structure? The big feet. I think we just heard big feet. So you can fill that in on your packet. Big feet for this kangaroo. I can make it a different color to make it really noticeable. And what's the function? It can jump 30 feet in one hop. That's an amazing function. It lets kangaroos travel very fast. They can go farther, so they can go faster. Jump 30 feet, so you could add in go fast. That's the other function. All right, if you don't have these written in, go ahead and hit pause and hit play when you're done writing to hear the next part. Time for a housefly. What would you do with housefly feet? Let's find out. Housefly. A housefly's feet have tiny claws for gripping. Plus, they have foot pads covered with hair-like parts that give off a gluey substance. So a fly sticks where it lands, even upside down. Fact, a housefly's feet are also covered with sensors that act like your tongue's taste buds, so a fly can taste what it steps on. If you had housefly feet, you'd be a basketball superstar. You could run up the wall and across the ceiling to drop the ball through the hoop. You'd never miss a shot. Whoa, what do you think so far? Kangaroo feet or housefly feet? What would you pick? Well, let's check on that worksheet of yours. Come on, worksheet, come back here. All right, housefly. Feet have tiny claws for gripping and foot pads covered with hair-like parts. And what's the advantage? Well, we just heard that you could hang upside down. Let's write that. Hang upside down. Okay, if you need help filling in that function, hang upside down, hit pause right now and get it all the way filled in. All right, I'm going to read about the green basilisk lizard. Do you already know anything about this? I think there's a Wild Kratts episode about the basilisk lizard. You do already know about this lizard. Well, let's see if what the book says matches what you already know. Part of me wants to make you do visualizing like you were doing with your third grade teacher for your reading last week. All right. A green basilisk lizard's back feet have long toes, fringed with skin. This fringe spreads out when it slaps its foot down. We already heard a structure. Did you hear it? It has long toes fringed with skin. That's a structure, long toes. When it slaps its foot on water, air becomes trapped under each toe. And when it runs fast, this keeps the lizard on the surface for at least 15 feet. Fact, when it sinks underwater, a green basilisk lizard's fringed toes becomes great swim fins. If you had green basilisk lizard feet, you wouldn't need a bridge to cross a stream, and you'd be on the other side in no time. All right. I'm starting to think which ones I want, and I'm thinking which ones I want to give my animal when I create one. Do you know what to write for structure and function? If you do, hit pause and write your own ideas now. Okay, hopefully you've unpaused and tried writing your own. I'm going to write long toes with fringe. And then Y, I'm going to write to run on water for 15 feet. Oh, for 15 feet. There we go. And I've been making it blue so you can see the ones that are new and the ones that you already had written for you. All right, next up is many kids' favorite animal, the cheetah. Here we go. Oh, the function is filled in for us. The job is that the feet are tough like tire treads. It can run fast and not slip. So what's the structure? What's the part that can do that? Cheetah. A cheetah's foot is made up of soft pads. There's a structure. Soft pads. Can you see the word? Soft pads. Okay. A center one and toe pads plus nails. Shaped like that, it has a new name. Instead of a foot, it's called a paw. A cheetah's paw pads are tough and rigid like tire treads, and the cheetah's sturdy nails act like cleats. So its paws keep it from slipping during super fast sprints. These amazing paws, so it doesn't even have feet, it has paws, help a cheetah run as fast as 70 miles per hour. That's faster than any other land mammal or animal. A cheetah's pattern of the foot pad ridges are as unique as a fingerprint, which means no two cheetahs have the same paw. If you had cheetah feet, you'd be on time for school every day because you'd always catch the bus. And I want to show you the picture of the cheetah paw. Yeah, neat. All right, if you are ready, let's go check our worksheet. Worksheet. Cheetah, what did we just hear? Can you write it in on your own? I'm going to get the color blue so we can tell. Are you writing it in? Pa, pa, pa. Ah. Paws. They have paws. They don't really have feet. All right, I'm going to keep reading the story. When you hear an animal structure and function, you need to write it in. Write in the name of the animal, the structure, and the function. I'm going to read to the end now. And keep thinking, which ones would you want and which ones would you give your animal? Gray wolf. A gray wolf's feet are called paws too. When crossing snow, a gray wolf's toes separate and stretch apart. That makes its paws bigger, and like wearing snowshoes, spreads out its weight. This means its paws don't sink in as deep, which makes walking or running easier. I'm guessing much easier on snow. A special network of tiny blood vessels help keep a wolf's feet warm, even on ice. If you had gray wolf feet, you could play barefoot in the snow and still have toasty warm tootsies. And check it out, that boy with the wolf feet is not falling into the snow. Look at that girl, she went right in. I'm thinking these paws are a good deal. I might want that for myself. Except, here's another awesome one. Duck-billed platypus. A duck-billed platypus has skin connecting its spread-apart toes. This type of foot is called a webbed foot. The platypus's front feet even have skin that sticks out beyond its toes, making them the perfect swimming flippers. But the minute it starts to walk, dig, or scratch, this skin pulls back so the platypus can use its sturdy, sharp nails. A male duck-billed platypus back feet each have a spur-like nail to inject venom, a poisonous fluid. This isn't deadly to humans, but it can be very painful. And if you had a duck-billed platypus feet, you'd be a fast-swimming superhero with a built-in weapon. Can you imagine that? What a unique animal, the duck-billed platypus. If you want to use that for your you pick, hit pause and start writing. Its feet become flippers. All right, next up, barn owl. This looks good. A barn owl's feet have 4 toes tipped with talons, which are long, curved, sharp nails. Usually 3 of its toes aim forward and 1 backward, but it can swing a second toe on each foot to the back. This helps keep an extra tight grip on wiggly prey, such as rats or mice. A barn owl's middle front toenail on each foot has a tooth-like edge. It uses this to comb the feathers on its disc-shaped face. Flat feathers funnel sound into its ears so it can listen as well as watch when hunting for a meal. If you had barn owl feet, you'd never have to bend over to pick things up. Whoa, check that out. Check out this picture. This time 1 in the back, 3 in the front, and this time 2 in back, 2 in front. I think that's a super special creature feature. If you want the barn owl's claws or talons, write that down right now. Hit pause. And if you're still listening, let's find out about the aardvark. Each of the toes of an aardvark's feet end in a sharp, sturdy toenail. The front ones are shovel-shaped. These are great for digging a burrow for their home or finding ants and termites, its favorite food. Fact: if attacked by a predator, an aardvark digs a burrow to escape. If caught, it flips onto its back and lashes out with its nails. If you had aardvark feet, you could dig super fast, which means you'd be the first to find buried treasure. I might pick that. All right, giant African millipede. A giant African millipede's body is made up of segments. It's an invertebrate, or an animal with no backbone. A baby starts out with just 4 or 5 segments, but as it grows, it adds on more. Each segment has about 4 feet. An adult may be 40 segments long with lots of feet, and it needs every single one. It can travel by tunneling through the ground. So while some feet are busy walking, others move dirt out of the way. Fact: a giant African millipede has an exoskeleton, meaning the hard parts of its body are on the outside. So to defend itself, it curls up with its delicate legs and feet inside and its armor outside. With giant African millipede feet, you wouldn't need anyone else to have a parade. You would be a marching band of 1. Well, that would be exciting. All right. Oh, see, I still kind of feel like I want the wolf. I don't want cold toes when I play in the snow. But check this out. Mountain goat. You could have mountain goat feet. What would that be like? A mountain goat's foot is encased in a hard nail-like covering. Shaped that way, it has a special name. Instead of a foot, it's called a hoof. A mountain goat's hoof is split in 2 halves, and each can move separately. That lets it get a good grip in rocky, high places. Fact: each half of a mountain goat's hoof has a sharp edge, plus a rubbery pad. Together, these add extra grip to keep it from slipping. If you had mountain goat feet, your feet would be all you need to rescue a kitten. I know some 3rd graders who love climbing. These mountain goat feet can be perfect for you. And what was the structure? A hoof. They have a foot called a hoof. And what was the function? To climb. That's why they're called mountain goats. All right, friends. White rhinoceros. I don't have time. My video is about to end. And then I can do it. The book ends with, wild animal feet could be cool for a while, but you don't need your feet to grab food, run on water, or stand upside down on the ceiling. And you don't need your feet to stay well groomed or taste what you step on. But if you could have wild animal feet for more than a day, which kind would be right for you? Have you picked yet? Luckily, you don't have to choose. The feet at the end of your legs will always be people feet. They're what you need to run, walk, dance, and skip, hop, and even just stand in one place. With the right footwear, you can do lots more. Plus, your feet can look very stylish while you're being active.